Yes.
Um, so I've got another little knit story for you. Like, this is going to be the Chris episode. Like, I'm sorry, this has been like a big fucking week for me. So I told you right about. So I've gotten asked to do samples for like a Paris showroom, which I was
Oh,
very
yeah.
very excited about. So I've gone in, I've met with the designer, him and his team, so fucking lovely, so fucking nice. He was showing me like this little swatch book he got and like the yarns he wanted to pick. I'm like, absolutely fabulous. And he's like, so what's your production capacity? I'm like, one sample. And he's like, no, like, be serious. If I wanted to do a production one, how much could you do? Like, could you do like possibly 20 units per style? And I'm like, yeah, baby, if you let me smoke some crack so I have the energy to stay on my machine for 24/7.
You
And this is
probably
a
couldn't
slippery
for the
slope.
time he needs, though.
Well, that's the thing. So he said, not for the show, but he was like, usually we release our range like the year after. I'm like, okay, that could be doable, but like I'd need a little team on hand. So
Yeah.
we've both had like the internship talk before where we were like, we need an intern, we were looking for one for the podcast. Not yet, but like
You're
if anyone wants to
fucking
raise their
shit.
hand,
We're shit at this stuff.
it's so hard. Like,
It really
let
is.
oh my god, wait, I'm gonna quickly jump off into a side tangent. So the other day when you sent me the pod and you're like, you were telling me all these things on like Instagram, like, so this reel needs to be done, this episode needs to be done. I think that was the closest I ever got to like being like, Helen, I need you to shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
Just to confirm, we do everything 50-50, but
Yeah.
we do it 50-50, but I get the opportunity to do everything up front because Chris can't do
Yes.
anything until I've done all mine. So I
Yes.
do it all, I create it all, I send it all, and then it's up to him to add like the finishing touches and to schedule it. But when you think about, like, we were talking about things and you just
Yeah.
get ideas and then you're like, oh, this would actually work better if we did like this, but you
Yeah.
don't know these ideas until you just know them. So I was
Yeah,
like, oh, what
of
about this?
course.
What about this?
Like, you should have seen me holding my phone. I was like, Chris, you gotta be like, Chris, like, you gotta get over this bridge. You gotta cross this bridge and get over it because, like, you cannot be mad at your good sis for her wanting you to, like, do a better job at, like, what you're doing.
Like a better job, but we were
But,
figuring just
like,
better
taking
ways of
on the
doing
feedback.
things.
Yeah. Like, taking on the feedback, taking on better practices.
What did I
And, like,
say?
like you weren't being malicious or anything. Like you just kept dropping ideas like, oh,
Yeah,
like what if we
I'm
but like you
creative
know
too, mate.
sometimes when you're like you hit your like limit, like it's
Okay.
like okay, girl. Like it was late at night. Like I thought we were just having like a chill chat, and then like I was like, oh, this reel just dropped. And I was like, no, we need like maybe we should do this, and this instead. And you're like, girl. So
The Chris show, let's go.
so he asked about my capacity, and this isn't something I've thought of as just a one person knitter. Like I think it was sort of like it made me nervous because I'm like 20 like knitting up to like 40 garments because he wants two colorways. Two colorways. He needs the pattern graded. Those are all going to need calculations. Just thinking of the size of the job made me fucking like it made me freak out because I was
It's a
like,
lot.
yeah, it's nerve wracking, but like you think of the money and it's like, okay, if I can deliver that in like 2 months with like two interns helping me out, I pay them. That's a really fucking good job. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it work. I'm going
Just
to
remember,
try my best to make it
just
work.
just remember. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. Um,
No, of course.
um, remember the interns you get are not just going to do the job straight away. It's going to be
Mm,
real hard to find someone who is what you need them to be.
yeah. It's going to take training them, making them understand all of that crap. But the thing is, the
Yeah.
two interns I've got right. So these were two girls I've previously taught before. So they've learnt machine knitting
Uh-huh.
from me, which means they've
Mhm.
technically learnt machine knitting from you.
The
Your
grandkids.
grandchildren, as we were
Yeah.
saying. um, so they are both really fabulous knitters. Like, obviously, I was like, look, you're gonna need to train in certain aspects. You haven't used the linker before, and I can show you how to use the linker. Look, you haven't used the linker to put together seams before. You haven't like learned how to like wet block a garment so it's like professionally like laundered so it can go into retail. So these are all things that's going to have to be like learned. But I was like, realistically, they know how to knit a garment, they know how to shape a garment, they know how to do patterns, they know how to do grading. So I was like, you guys have a really strong foundation. It's just sort of like tweaking on those skills now.
Mhm.
I'm so glad both of you said yes to this, because if you didn't say yes, I would literally find like a drug dealer, get myself some crack, and be on that machine like a fucking madman, because I don't like passing up an opportunity to make any sort of income. You know what I
I
mean?
I know what you mean. First of all, we don't condone drug taking. And second of all, you
My
need.
collection was called Ketamine at West Ride Station. I condone it.
No, we don't.
We'll get
Girl
into
and
that
Gay
later.
podcast does not condone drug taking in any shape or form, unless it's legal. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Well, you're gonna get us banned off YouTube, seriously. What were we talking about? Your interns. Oh yeah.
Yes,
This,
interns and then production.
this is gonna get like these are conversations we probably shouldn't have now, but we've already had this conversation, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
reiterate. If you're taking on knit jobs, totally get it. What the fuck ever, but you still have to put time aside for this fucking podcast.
Well,
And I
that's the
don't want you
thing, right?
wearing yourself thin. We're not doing it and then you're taking a break. Like, this is not. So, you're not backing out, bitch.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Oh my God,
If
he's
it
backing
comes to
out.
me, well, no, if it comes to me between making money or the pod, I'm picking making money. You know what I mean, right? Like
Yeah, I
if it
know, but
came
like,
between you like getting like a 23,000 pound job, right?
but I
Like
would
it's
just quit
going
the
to
pod
take you,
then. I would quit.
yeah. So
So you're going to quit the pod. Well,
well,
this is
I
it,
have
folks. So we might as well just end it here. Thanks for watching Girl and a Gay. It's probably just going to be girl soon because the gay fucked off to earn some money.
well, no, I wouldn't want to quit this. This is like honestly to some extent like literally like a
It's
mental
therapy.
relief for like
It's
yeah.
therapy.
It's therapy for the both of us. We get to have like a little bit about like our day jobs. The only thing that does kill me, it's like, guys, I'm not kidding. Editing work is
It's
fucking crazy.
It takes me a whole day and a half. It's so fucking annoying.
And then it takes me a day and a half to get like the reels and like all that shit edited. Like, but
This is
in
why we're doing
saying
it
that,
once every 2 weeks now, because it's essentially 2 days a week each to
yeah,
do
it,
this.
it gets a bit much. And
Give
like
us some
also like
money. Give us some money.
like we gotta
Like,
work. Like I don't have a full-time job anymore. Like I put my whole thing on like knit now. So like, at the end of the day, we're sort of like in the same boat where it's like, okay, like you have to rely on yourself for your income.
yeah.
So like, yes, this is a fun hobby, but like if it comes to the hobby of picking the bag, I'm gonna pick the bag.
Mhm.
But that's the thing, right? Like I was really, really nervous when I was asked about production capacity. And then you sort of have to figure out, like, right, what am I going to charge for the sample? What am I going to charge for a production price per unit? And I was like, literally frozen in fear for like the past 3 days. And like, I had to send him back an email today because he asked, like, what are you thinking for your sampling and price per unit? How are we looking for minimums? And I think I reworded that email like I'm not even kidding, like 10 times. I was walking around the city today after my class. I'm like, what do I write? What do I write? What am I doing? I kept changing it. I kept putting it, like sending it to my friends, like, does this sound okay? Is this too much? Is this too little? I had one friend saying, no, that's a bit too much for this
What
particular
friends are
style. I
you
had another,
sending it to?
just so I have the girls group chat.
What the fuck?
So,
Like, I'm the one
well,
who, like, knits and charges people.
well, yes, but like at the same time, I got to save stuff for the pod. So let's get into it, right? So,
Yeah.
I've given him a sample rate for a tank top of around $500 Australian, not including tax. So that's about 250
What's the
quid on
stitch?
your end. Huh?
What's
So that's the thing. I've spoken to him. I was like, look, if we go with a plain knit, like just simple classic knit stitches, maybe like a rib hem, rib trims, the we'll look at like 500 just for the sample. Just I'm keeping the sample like cool, the sample 500 unless he's like, oh,
fine?
actually I want cables. Then I'm gonna be like, okay, well that
800,
changes things
500.
dramatically.
Yeah.
That we
Fucking
go
hell.
from 500 to 1,000.
Yeah.
But if he's just like, oh, let's put some like tucks over here, let's put like a little bit of eyelets here, like whatever. That's not going to take me too long. That's fine. I'm happy to keep it for 500. I've given him a price per unit cost, and I've given him a varying cost for this. So I've said 350 if it's, again, just a plain knit. We're keeping the trims a bit more simple. And at the upper end, I said 450. So again, if we're looking at adding tucks, eyelets, simple single bed fabric manipulations, 450 I feel is like pretty decent. If we're looking at then, if he wants to do like a double bed tank, so I'm using both the ribber, which will create like rib stitches, and then the back bed, which will create pearl stitches, and he wants like a really full on texture, that's when we're sort of looking back again at like the 500 to 600 range, because like a tank top, it's not going to take that long to knit. Again, unless you're doing like some crazy hand manipulations. So that's sort of what I quoted him, and I feel comfortable in that price range, especially for a fucking 20 unit per style run, which is like, oh my god.
I think
What are you thinking?
it can be
Because
done,
I've got,
right?
okay, so I've gone in, right? He wanted an estimation. We haven't knit samples yet. I don't have final yarns yet. I've said, this is just my estimation. If you want me to use the yarns I have on hand, this is what I'm going to charge for the sample, but we're going to need to revise the sample once you order the final yarns and those get to me.
What's the time frame?
So the yarn can get here in like 2 to 3 days. He needs it by end of June. So this is just the runway samples. Once those runway samples are done and he gets like approval from like his buyers and stuff overseas, he'll let me know which styles are done. And he says I have around like he says like 4 to 6 months, which I'm like, doable. That's doable in my eyes.
Yeah.
I could push 40 units in like 6 months. That's fine. Especially if I have my 2 girls helping me.
Yeah, because like I can knit 3 garments a day if I'm like nuts.
If
But
you're
at the
like
same
dedicated.
but at the same time, like I think it's doable and I think it's fine, but I think you need to plan out the whole time frame before you commit. You need to set hard fucking rules, no changes, nothing. If you do change your mind, here's an exorbitant price that you have to pay because I ain't fucking around. Your mental health's going to deteriorate. You're going to feel shit in your back.
Yes.
Your vitamin D is probably going to like dissipate.
Go
Like,
down.
you need to, like, I don't know. And this is the thing. This is like the ADHD. We're all fucking nuts. Like,
Yeah.
because we will do it to get the bag. I mean, you're in a nice position because you work for university and you're actually getting paid. So it's like,
Well, I work casually for the uni, so I'm
yeah,
there when they need me, which is like might be once a month, might be once every
oh,
6
once a
months,
month.
you
I
know?
thought it was like once a week. Okay, fine.
No, no, no. I wish it was once
Oh,
a week. If
fair
you'd like to
enough.
hire me once a week for a lecturer or an educational support officer role, please hit me up at the Girl and Gay Official Hotmail account. So that's girlandgayofficial at hotmail.com. Thank
And
you.
if, and if you want someone better, pick me.
Are you going to fly out all the way down here? Oh,
Oh my God, I'd love an excuse. I don't care.
okay, fire.
Let's fucking go. Um,
Even though she has her mortgage.
Yeah, I know. Let me tell you about some real quick. We had a guest
Yeah.
lecture. This is quite fucking interesting. It's about like it's like knitting and freelance and all of this.
Mhm.
What the hell is that? Is that a drink?
That,
Okay, fine.
that's my vodka soda.
I thought it
I
was like
need one after
another.
this week.
I thought it was like another vape in disguise. I was gonna be like,
Could you imagine a vape this big and just me going, like,
someone
Chris,
will
what are you saying?
when they're all banned, someone will do it.
Yeah, honestly.